As with the previous chapters, I have included a debugging program for you to consider. This program is called Demo 13. You should retrieve it from the CD, and you may want to print this program as it is getting rather lengthy. You should first study this program by playing computer. That is, look at the program's code and step by step through the logic of the program to see if you see any errors. And also look for syntax errors. I'll first compile the program, and you'll notice that I received a message of 8 errors. And you'll note that the 8 errors are shown to you here. The messages indicate that a variable called number is not declared, that outFile is not declared, set precision and set iOS flags are undeclared, and so forth. If you double-click on the first item, you'll note that there is a problem, apparently, with this statement. Study this program for a while before I discuss the solutions to this debugging program. The problem with this statement is that number is not declared in the program. As you can see immediately above this statement, number input, and the declaration of it being here, is what this variable should be. So I'll fix this, and if I look immediately below this, you'll note that the same mistake was made twice. I'll recompile this program to see what corrections have been made to this point. And as you can see, I only really knocked down 1 error. I'm now receiving a message of 7 errors. I always suggest to work from top down when trying to debug and correct programs. Our top message now says outFile undeclared. So I'll double click to that, and I'll notice that it sends me to the message that will open the output file called demo11.dat. Now the solution to this is the proverbial needle in a haystack. You need to look closely at the spelling of outFile and compare it to the spelling of outFile in the OF stream declaration statement immediately above it. And as you'll note, that C is indeed case sensitive. That needs to be a capital F to correspond to this capital F. Of course, both of these are made up names, and either spelling would have been correct. It's just that you need to be consistent. Let's now recompile the program, and we're now down to 2 errors. Set precision and set iOS flags are said to be undeclared. Well, these are not variables, so they really are not declared in that sense of the term. But you may recall from the earlier lesson that in order to use the set precision and set iOS flags, that there needs to be the IO manipulator header file declared as a compiler directive. And if we scroll to the top of the screen, we'll note that this header file has been omitted. So I will need to include that in the compiler directive section of the program. And so now we should have access to those manipulator stream operators. Let's recompile once again to see where we stand. And we now have 0 errors and 0 warnings, and we'll execute the program to verify the output. It appears to be working at this point. You should also check your program to make sure that it is indeed sending output to the output file, as that is one of the objectives of this program.